You're right. And one thing you raised here that was quite relevant of the people's nature, I would say. Having any little things into their life, they made that things quite bigger, I would say, because of having a different thinking level regarding that matters. Okay, the humans have very less capacity to think out. Okay, and I think humans are not that much capable for thinking wide way deeply about any matters. Having less ability to consider about any matter in a deep manner, you are not being able to take the right decision in your life, and you often get a lot of fear because you do not have the that potential to consider anything in a accurate manner, I would say. So somewhere it's quite necessity for you to extend your level of considering any matter in a quite way, accurate way, because this will help you to keep on all these good things in your mind for longer, and as well as it will giving you the good clarity towards any matters. This is very imperative, the nature of human who have the great ability to considering anything in a great way.
Right.
You have you ever noticed on those person who are quite younger, why they have done a lot of mistake in their entire life because they do not have great capacity to think about any matters, and due to that reason, if you are not being able to think in a right way and good way, so where comes out the very aggressive manner inside of you, aggressive manner, obsessiveness. You are being become quite possessive, possessive towards any matters. Okay, so these are the things that start happening with you. Okay, and it when it started happening with you, so it's obvious things you have done a lot of mistakes, and by any chance you can ruin your life as well. So these are the things is the biggest problems behind many younger life. Okay, so how we can reduce such a mentality of youngers, we can reduce through schools, right, and teaching way, because these are the people can listen from you because you are a being teacher, right. So having this post you can navigate every student, every youngesters, I would say, especially in this era. And these are the things is very important to teach out every individuals to be control their emotions, their frustrations, and when they are going to learn how to deal with that, they are becoming good human being in this world.
Good afternoon.
Yes, very good afternoon. How are you?
Yes, I'm doing great and thanks for asking. What about you? How are you doing so far?
Yes, I'm doing well. Everything is going well, and I have been looking forward to have sessions today, and finally I have connected with you. So, thank you for connecting with me today, because today I'm going to discuss many more things. It must be related to fact of our lives and many matters. So,
Mm, yes, it would be a privilege for me having this session with you. Okay, so actually I'm glad to meeting with you.
of course, you are right and 100% right, I would say, because having multiple adversities in our life, we have to know how to deal with that. In that situation, you have to keep yourself calm and composed. And this is the way you can think in a right way. You are going to have the better approach by having the exact solutions regarding of your issues and problems. Most of the people do not have calm manner. They do not have calm and composed kinds of nature, I would say. So due to that reason, they are always in a hurry. And if you have the obsessiveness and aggressive natures towards any matters, so you often have done blunder mistakes that could be become the biggest cause of regretting for entire life, right. So in that situation you have to be calm and composed and relaxed from inside, so your mind will be working according to your situations, and you can tackle out all these obstacles and problems within a very less period of time, depending on only self, not by others, I would say. I know in this time the people have a lot of nuisance, right? Because of creating, different kinds of actions into their personal life, right? The humans have the manner of, conspiracy against the others. Each time they have been considering rubbish things about others and comparing it's the biggest, problem of all the individuals' life nowadays. Due to that reason, they are going to, get a lot of depression and anxiety because it's an obvious thing. If you start comparing yourself with others, there is no certainty you must be like them, because you have the different purpose of life and each person have different purpose of life. Each of situations are quite different. So how could you compare yourself with others and expecting to have all these things happen equally of all of them? So that's the reason you have to understand, the situation accordingly. You have to perform, right? You have to have the contentment from inside. Whatever you have, you have to learn how to utilize and be peaceful at every situation. This is the way you can take a lot and you can stable your life, and your own family member also will be happiest, quite happiest with you. And this is the definition of living your life peacefully. Yeah, that's all. Adversity, very well, we are human being, right? And because of this, we are suffering through multiple adversities in our life, in our day-to-day life. So I need to say that, like, if we are suffering through any tough adversity, so how to deal with that, and how our actions, each actions would be there towards any matters. What do you think about?
uh, I would say adversity means the like if we face some difficulties, right, in our life. So yes, we know life is all about, ups and downs. So sometimes, it is like a peaceful breeze, and we can say other times it's a we can say it's a very tough for us, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we have to manage, and we have to handle both situations, and for that we need to use our conscience, right? Because if you suppose that we always enjoy our happy moments, right, when we are in a good situation. So we enjoy all we enjoy our fullest life. But when it comes to, we are facing some challenges, some problem in our life, so we become devastated, and that time it is difficult to manage. Yes, there are some situation when people stop thinking, they don't have the they don't see any result, or they think about now, like all I have done, and I can't do anything, I don't have any way. So but at the same time, when we know if one way has stopped, then God always open new way for you.
Mm-hmm.
So first we need to keep courage, and we need to keep patience, and patience is also important. Like when you are go through your tough situation,
Yes.
so that time we need to keep patience, or try to have use your grit as well, so
Mm-hmm.
that yes. And also if you believe in God, so they always help you
Of course.
to get rid from this kind of situation.
Of course, you are right, and 100% right, I would say. because having multiple adversities in our life, we have to know how to deal with that. In that situation, you have to keep yourself calm and composed, and this is the way you can think in a right way. You are going to have the better approach by having the exact solutions regarding of your issues and problems. Most of the people do not have calm, manner. They do not have calm and composed, kinds of nature, I would say. So due to that reason, they are always in a hurry. And if you have the obsessiveness and aggressive, natures towards any matters, so you often, have done blunder mistakes that could be become the biggest cause of regretting for entire life, right? So in that situation, you have to be calm and composed and relaxed from inside. So your mind will be working according to your situations, and you can tackle out all these obstacles and problems within a very less period of time, depending on only self, not by others, I would say. I know in this time the people have a lot of nuisance, right? Because of creating, different kinds of actions into their personal life, right? The humans have the manner of, conspiracy against the others. Each time they have been considering rubbish things about others and comparing it's the biggest, problem of all the individuals' life nowadays. Due to that reason, they are going to, get a lot of depression and anxiety, because it's an obvious thing. If you start comparing yourself with others, there is no certainty you must be like them, no, because you have the different purpose of life, and each person have different purpose of life. Each of situations are quite different. So how could you compare yourself with others and expecting to have all these things happen equally of all of them? So that's the reason you have to understand, the situation accordingly. You have to perform, right? You have to have the contentment from inside. Whatever you have, you have to learn how to utilize and be peaceful at every situation. This is the way you can take a out and you can stable your life, and your own family member also will be happiest, quite happiest with you. And this is the definition of living your life peacefully. Yeah, that's all. So, is there anything in your mind to raise here from your side? Anything is going in your mind? Anything you can discuss?
Yes, yes. Yeah, this is the very, good, we can say topic as you described about, adversity. Like, yes, having adversity in our life, it is, not a piece of cake to deal with this. So, yeah, it is very tough. Sometimes, uh, adversity comes, itself, but sometimes, and some people, call the adversity in their life because of they are not using their conscience, right? And they just as you told, people start comparing to others, right? So I think we shouldn't compare ourselves to others, never, because oh, like whatever you have, right? You should like you should feel content, because no one can, no one can satisfy in this world, with everyone just trying to, run behind materialistic things, and that materialistic things always cause to, pain,
Yes,
right? Yes. So adversity, every people, have in their life, and- but it's depend on, individuals how they deal with this situation, right?
yes,
And sometimes, some problem, it is very, like we can say small, but some people, they made, mountain out of the hill, because yeah, because they just try to exaggerate the things, right? So that's why the big things can become, big, like the small things can become big. So we need, we try to understand the things and always just try to solve it. If it is possible, then you can solve yourself. And if it is not possible, then you can help. You can take help from your relatives, from your dear ones, those who can able to help you. So yes, this is how we can confront all these like adversity in our life.
Yes, right?
Right. Yes, it shows like how much mature you are. Right. If you are mature enough, then you know how to handle the situation, how to control your angerness, right? And I think mature people doesn't fly off the handle. They always try to keep a cool head, right, in every situation. Because we are living our life, and always there are some something happening with our life. So sometimes we are happy with that, and sometimes we are not. So yeah, being a mature person, we should know how can you handle even a critical situation,
Yes,
right?
you're right.
Yes,
And sometimes you can say the problem is not big. We are too small because we can't handle them. Right? It happens
yes,
usually. Problem is not big. We are too small because we can't handle them. So sometimes we have to extend the level of considering about any matter in a frequent way, in accurate manners. And those people who have the arts of considering in a deep manner about any concept of life, who who can never ever fall down at any situations, and never they are being cheated from anybody, I would say. At every situation, you can stand as a pillar behind your family and behind your loved ones, I would say. And this is the rare quality, it's very rarely you can get in any persons, especially in these times. Because we are living surrounding distractive era, I would say. We are getting a lot of, distractions, unpredictable activities of the humans, right? So it's very difficult to keep your mind quite stable every situations. Right. So sometimes
right,
it is a quite consecutive to get away from all the rubbish things and nuisance adversities in your life. Sometimes we have to block considering many matters, and for keeping our mind calm and composed, we have to do something specific under life so that we can focus out. That is very imperative to us to achieve in our life and get reach that level where we have ever desired since our childhood. Right?
right, right. Actually, God has given us the same life, same, everything, given same, but it's all depend on person to person, and also it's depend on your karma, right? What you are going to do. If you are going to do good, and you are following, like good traits in your life, then you can able to do all the good work, and then you can get a good result, right?
Of course.
So if you always you always tempered on any filthy things, then I think it is not good. It can harm you always, right?
Yes. Yes, having
Yes,
temperness, it will become the cause of burning your peace, your calmness, right? Your happiness. So it's very important to get away from your this nature, I would say, getting angry on anything. Okay? Why the people are not calm and composed? Because of adopting this, quality, becoming angry on any situation for any reasons, I would say. Angriness will never let you peace and calm at any situation. It will never let you consider about any good things about others and yourself. Because angriness, it's a kind of disease has been spreading, surrounding us, and conquering our entire mind. If once it has conquers your entire mind, you are not being able to think in a right way. And this is the fact of universe, I would say. And due to that reason, people are getting so much frustrations and anxiety because of having this quality in self, right? Because it's obvious thing. See, whatever you have admired for entire life to achieve, there is no certainty you are going to achieve that, right, within a certain period of time. No, it is not in our hand. So we have to understand where we have to work and how much time it would be taken from us. We have to wait for us, right? For that. And we have to adopting, calm and composing manner so that we can tackle out all the adversities and tough to tough situations, and gradually we can reach that level where we always, being are admired, right?
Mhm. And nowadays, I have seen the social media. Sometimes people get distracted, having using social media, right? So what do you think? Like having this much technology in our life, so it's helps or harms to human being?
Actually, it's up to person how what intentionally they are using such a feature and facilities in their day-to-day life. Most of the person are using in a right way these kinds of facilities to solve out their examination, their preparations, and many multiple work related to their life. So in that situation, we can say it's a quite beneficial for those person who have the right intention behind these kinds of features. But there are few people, are very dangerous, I would say. You know, having the bad intention and using such a platform to conspiracy against the others. So we can say this is not good enough for any person if intentionally they are using with that manner about these facilities, I would say. So my opinions about this matter is totally up to the human what intentionally they are using such a platform for the welfare or harming others. It's totally up to that. But I would say like whatever facilities has been invented by the any person for the welfare of million of people, I would say. Because because of technology we are being connected now and having discussion about many things. So we can say like these facilities are quite good for us, but we don't know what intentionally the people are using nowadays. So we can't say this is good for us or bad for us. It's totally up to the human uses and their intentions, right?
Absolutely right. Yes, absolutely right. 100% right. Whatever you said here, and I would say it's a double-edged sword, right? Sometimes it helps us to be organized in our life, right? But also it can be the big distraction. So while we are using social media, we need to be careful. Otherwise, we can easily distract, and we can easily distract, and we don't know how and when we are going to like wasting our time, right? Sometimes it's happen when we are using social media. So like we have something, like we want to watch some important thing, but when we are scrolling and we are watching, so that time sometimes something pop up in front of you, and you just click that one, and like if you get interest, then you are going to waste your time, right? And you can't like we think, okay, let me watch right now, and you forget your like what, why you are using and why you are watching. This happen online, right?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, you were right. You were right.
Problem of social media. And yes, as you told, it is very important for the those people who are using uh, the social media for their work, and uh, some people they are learning lots of skill, like they want to updated themselves, so for that they watching lots of they are getting lots of information as well. So in this way, yes, and it like if we are connected uh, in social media, it means we are always get aware about like what is going on in our country and out of country, and so many things, so many information we can collect.
Yes, you're right. You're right. Of course, and I think we have to perceive the things in a right way, and having the better understanding towards the any matters, towards the any facilities. I would say, it will help us to use in a right way. And as you mentioned about destructive, distractions, and we are being distracted towards anything. So it happens because of we are not able to control our emotions, our aggressive natures, I would say, because we are the human being, right? Sometimes we often forget out it would be harm us. Instead of knowing like it could be harm us, we are going against our you know maturity, I would say, our understanding. We always get close our opinions instead of knowing it could be harm us, and we start doing that activities until we are receiving enjoyment, right? So this is the carelessness, you can say, right? Recklessness of the humans, especially in this time, and due to that, then they are going to get ruined entire life of their own, right? Behind the suffering, their family and their colleagues and their relatives who indulge with their life, who would be the relatives of their, right? So whenever we are going to take any steps towards any matter, we have to concern about all the person who belonging to us, right? Especially in is in this time I'm talking about, if we are missing something belonging to our past time, so we can say like it is a quite I'm nostalgic. Yes, nostalgic. Yeah, still I'm feeling nostalgic. So like missing something, it's the human nature, we can't change out, right? Because by the increasement of the times, we are gradually reaching, moving on in our day-to-day lives. It's obvious thing, the time has been changing. According to the changing times, they will be providing different situations and different kinds of environment in your life, so that you are going to learn how to optimize yourself according to that situations and current scenario. And the necessity is to learning something from them and upgrading yourself. This is the lifelong process, I would say, and it would be existence in your life for the entire life, I would say, eternity of the cross, I would say. So these are the things you have to accept it, and accepting these things, it would be called move on. Right. So moving on towards the matters, towards the things, you're going to experience every times the new things, and it will help you to navigating upcoming generation as well, because you are going to being prepared yourself for the upcoming generations. So these are the process we have been through for entire life, and this is called maturity, right?
Yes, right. As we yeah, we can say everything's have two sides, right? And it's all depend to person how they are perceiving, and they are using.